That's my intro. Yeah. Is there such a thing as having too many copies of a movie? That's what today's video is about. And I wanted to show you guys my Terminator 2 collection because I have 9 copies of Terminator 2, which is my favorite movie of all time. I just want to mention this. I've had this guy for years. I was today years old when I found out that this part of this lights up. There's actually these little skulls on the side that if you press them, they turn off. So you turn off the eye. And I knew that the eye lit up, but I had no idea that this lit up. I thought that, yeah, I had no clue. Anyways, I just found that out. So that's very exciting. But yes, I have 9 copies of Terminator 2, my favorite movie of all time. And I'm going to show you guys these 9 copies that I have in the order as to when I purchased these. Before we get started, I have some honorable mentions here. First and foremost, I have this pack of stickers from Topps that I have actually unopened. So this is Terminator 2, 5 stickers from Topps, 25 cents for these 5 stickers. These are legit. This is from 1991. I'll show you the back and show you how it's still sealed. Shout out to my boy Carter for actually getting me this. He knows how much of a Terminator fan I am, and he came across those and he was like, bruh, you'll love these. And then I also have 12 movie cards and 1 offer card. This is the T2 official Terminator 2 Judgment cards. I don't know who makes these, but these are also sealed. I want to open them really, really bad, but I also don't. And let me see. There's actually a free official Terminator 2 Judgment Day movie card checklist. So this is also from 1991. I don't know who made these. I don't see a name on here, but I'll show you the back anyway so you guys can see what I'm reading, or try to. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, well, yeah, there you go. My next honorable mention, that statue that I have of the T800 or Arnie, this also came with it. So it's part of it. I believe it's a Sideshow collectible. Yes, it is. It's right here. It's on the bottom. I'm such an idiot. Here's the T800 battle damage from Sideshow. And like I said, this is also part of it. And I keep this right here on my desk every single day. So it's just chilling, just staring at me there. And the last thing I wanted to mention was this atrocity of a video game. This is my Nintendo game of Terminator 2. I never got past the second level. I couldn't beat the freaking second level. One day, maybe I'll give it a shot and try to beat it. I just remember it being so hard for me when I was a kid. Didn't enjoy it at all. So, yeah, figured I'd start with those before we get into the actual movies. So let's just get right to it. The first copy of Terminator 2 that I ever received, and I still have, this was, I want to say that this is anywhere between 32 or 33 years old. This is the VHS for Terminator 2. And this thing, I played the living hell out of it. I'm not going to lie. This was something that was in my VCR almost every single day. I would watch this movie religiously. I know almost all the lines to this movie. This is not a flex. This is just me telling you how much of a geek I am. But I watched this VHS so much that at one point, the tape actually snapped. The actual tape completely snapped, and the movie stopped playing, obviously, because inside of the VCR you could hear, you know. And I remember that feeling, this sinking feeling, because if you guys have seen my video about my very first VHS, I go into how I basically, didn't really have money growing up and that sort of thing. So anything that we had, if it broke, that was it. That was the end of it. So when this happened to this particular VHS, I was devastated because I knew I wasn't going to get another copy. So I did what anybody in their right mind would do, and I opened it up and performed a little bit of surgery. And by that, I mean, I got a little bit of Scotch tape and I put it together. And I thought that maybe if I, connected the 2 pieces back together, the tape would play. And it actually did. I think I lost about, I don't know, oh man, a couple of seconds worth of footage, maybe like 2 or 3 seconds at the most. But you can't even tell. Like, the cut is so fast that you can't actually tell what happened. So I was very proud of myself for this. This was my biggest accomplishment ever. But yeah, this was the first Terminator 2 that I ever had. And I had this bad boy pretty much on rotation, like I said, all the time until I got the DVD. So that's actually the next one. So I got this guy in the year 2000. This is the Terminator 2 Ultimate DVD edition with the metal slipcase. And this guy, man, I mean, if I played the VHS, I played this even more. Let me show you the actual cover of it here. So that's the Ultimate Edition DVD. And this thing was, I mean, oh my God, I would watch this movie. Like I said, I still watch this movie a lot, nowhere near as much as I used to when I was younger. But I would watch this at least 2 or 3 times a month. I'm not even exaggerating. That's like no joke. What was great about this one was I had just gotten surround sound at this point in time. And the sound on this was through the roof. Honestly, it was the loudest, it was the most intense sound I ever got. And I actually want to show you guys this. This is signed inside. This is the booklet, and I got it signed by the T1000, Mr. Robert Patrick. Met him a few years back, and he was lovely, and he signed it for me. And yeah, I'm just so excited to have that signed by him. Also, I was able to meet Edward Furlong as well and had him sign the inside there as well. So very, very cool. Glad I still have this book. And if I ever get a chance to meet Linda Hamilton, I would love for her to sign this picture right here. I have met Arnold Schwarzenegger on multiple occasions because of work. You can see that there's no signature there because when they say never meet your heroes, never meet your heroes, man, anyways, that's not what I'm here to talk about. Can you imagine? I'm just like working and then I randomly like pull out of my back pocket Terminator 2 DVD and I'm like, Mr. Schwarzenegger, I just need to change the batteries on your microphone. While I'm doing that, do you mind signing this? Probably wouldn't be a good look for me and I would probably get fired. So we're not doing that. But anyways, that is one that has been, I mean, I played this thing so damn much. And like I said, the sound on this was insane. And what was really cool about this one was that the THX mastering or the THX optimizer for the DVD. So when you would like test out the sounds, it had this whole intro that was specific to Terminator 2. It wasn't like it was just like some intro that showed THX and whatnot, and it was just the THX logo. It was the THX logo in the style of the T1000, the whole thing. Every now and then I will pop this in just to watch that. I love it. I absolutely love it. And that's one of those things about DVDs that is just so cool, how they would go above and beyond for like their menus and just any little extras that the DVDs had is something that just you don't get to see of a lot in Blu-rays. So yeah, I freaking love this copy of Terminator 2. And then this copy I picked up in 2006 when it was released. This was my official upgrade from my DVD. This is just your standard Terminator 2, Judgment Day edition. This was on 1080p. This had the THX optimizer still had the 5.1 DTS surround sound on it. So the sound was still absolutely badass. I mean, it rips, and it was one of those that I would use to like showcase my surround sound at the time. I had this Yamaha system that was like crazy. At least to me, it was crazy. And I mean, for what it was back in the day, this thing was absolutely beast, and it still is. I'm not gonna lie. Like the sound, the quality sound, the 5.1 on this is still so freaking good. And yeah, I love watching this movie. If there's a movie that you want to showcase like sound and just those lows, the crunch, man, there's so much about this that I could go off on, but we're just talking about the movies themselves. So anyways, this is the third purchase of Terminator 2 back in 2006. Okay, so now we are getting into the territory of like collector's editions. So this one right here is the KimchiDVD exclusive #1 Steelbook of Terminator 2 Judgment Day. So this is the outside. I'll show you the back. And I'll show you the actual Steelbook. So there is the Steelbook. I got this little protective plastic still on it because, yeah, I don't like to put my fingerprints on it. But it's an absolutely beautiful Steelbook. Very simple. There's nothing crazy about it. Just a simple design. And the front, so where the eyes are and the letters, it's all raised. I don't think you can, there you go. You can actually see a little bit of depth in the eyes. And then you can see the outline outside of the letters here, the T and the 2. But yeah, It's gorgeous, gorgeous steelbook. Let me move it back a little bit so you guys can see. There you go. Gorgeous steelbook, simple design, nothing crazy about it, but it is a Kimchi exclusive. I opened that guy once, and then right afterwards, I just put on that sleeve, and I never touched it again. So it has been with me since 2013 when I bought this. And this one I picked up in 2016. This is a Nova Media exclusive, the plain edition of Terminator 2 Judgment Day. And this is the outside right here. I've actually never opened this. So there is the inside there, Nova Media, and here is the back. Yeah, I'm a collector, and for some of these movies, like some of my favorites, where I just want to have something because I want to collect it. It has nothing to do with watching the movie. This is one that I will do that for. This is one that I'll spend the money on and never open it. And it has nothing to do with me wanting to like resell it or anything like that. I don't do that. It's just a thing for me to have, and just, yeah, I want to have it. I'm weird like that. I don't know if some of you guys do that, but it's what I do with these. Like, it's nothing personal, you know, right there. It's nothing personal. It's just how I am. So Nova Media exclusive. I only can wonder what the inside looks like. Maybe one day I'll open it. For now, I'm going to keep it in the plastic, and that's that. All right, this next release is a steelbook from ZAVVI. This is an exclusive steelbook, of which they only made 2,000 of these, and I bought this one in the year 2017, and this is Terminator 2 in 3D. That is the steelbook right there. You got Arnie in the front holding the gun, looking back, and then you have the T-1000 doing his thing over here. Let me see if I can bring it up closer. You know what? I'm going to take it out of the plastic, actually, because I'm going to put a case on it, since I've been doing that with all of my steelbooks. So let me just rip this off real quick. Then you guys can see it without the actual plastic. I think it's time we give it a case. So the finish on this is actually a matte finish. So I'm going to hold it up here. Yeah, you can see it a lot better there. Just a really nice looking steelbook. Very simple. Again, this is a ZAVVI exclusive. 2,000 of these were made. Let me open it up for you guys so you can see it there. Cool. And this is one that I did open because I did want to watch it in 3D. So, you know, that's why I got it. And with these, like, I don't mind opening them up. It's weird how I'll open some of these up and then some of them I won't. I don't understand my own reasoning sometimes. If I ever got a chance to meet Robert Patrick again, I would probably have him sign this. I would have him sign it like right here. So yes, this next one is the 4K release of the film, and this is part of this guy right here with the Endo Arm. This came out in 2018, and I had gotten it day one, basically. And here's the disc. So here's the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital. And I'll show you the back. Yep, there it is right there. So like I said, this came with this guy here. I think pretty sure you can buy the movie by itself, but me being a fan of the movie and I saw this, it just looks so damn cool. I was like, you know what? There's no way in hell that I'm going to pass up this opportunity to get this guy. Like, what? Come on. If you guys haven't seen this, I'll show it to you a little bit closer, but when I first started doing YouTube, this was actually a video where I got this and I did an unboxing of this. This was so funny. I haven't watched that video. I probably made it private already, but it's on my other YouTube channel. But yeah, it looks great. I mean, if nobody like comes close enough to it or wants to take it out of the plastic, which they never will because I won't let them. But if you just see it, it looks more expensive than it actually is. I don't remember how much I paid for this, but it definitely looks more expensive than it actually is. And it's really cool if you're a fan of the movie. So, okay, so these last two actually came out the same year. They came out in 2021. And I normally am not a fan of buying like double features or that sort of thing. But again, being a fan of this movie as much as I am, and also being a fan of Arnold's movies, I had to pick this one up. This is the double feature of Terminator 2 and Total Recall. And here is the front, the lenticular. So you can see the switch there. You have the Total Recall front, and then you switch over, and you got Terminator 2. And when I saw this, I was like, damn, this is actually a really cool double feature. Like, normally they're pretty like cheap, and you know, it doesn't look like it's worth your while. But yeah, this one definitely is. I want to show you guys the steelbook. So here is the steelbook for Total Recall. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. You can see like there's no fingerprints because I never ever take these out. Like, I buy them, I open it up, And I look at it and I'm like, ooh, and then I put it away because I want nobody to touch it. And here is the Terminator 2 front. It's freaking sick. I love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, I've normally, like I said, they don't really do like double features like this where it's like, wow, okay, I want to get this. But the inside here, so you can see what that looks like. That disc is the same as the other Blu-ray release of the film. Then you have the Total Recall disc here and the original poster behind Terminator 2. So I'll take the disc out so you can see that. So that's the original Terminator 2 poster there for him. Very, very cool. Love this release. Very, very happy I went with it. I almost passed up on it, but then I saw photos and I was like, yeah, there's no way I'm going to not, you know, I'm not going to freaking do that. So let me go ahead and put that back in carefully. All right. And the last one is a Steelbook that came out in November of the same year, 2021. This is from Best Buy and it's actually still sealed. I never got around to opening this one. This is the Terminator 2 Best Buy Steelbook. The front here with Arnie's face, and then underneath you can see that it's the actual skeleton. Here's the back. I don't know what the actual back looks like, and I'm not going to open it. I'm just going to keep this one sealed for now because I've had it sealed all this time, so why the hell am I going to do it now? Also, I love the fact that there's still a Best Buy sticker on the front here. Kind of has become the new Blockbuster, you know, seeing like stickers of Best Buy. It's so weird, but you know, the fact that Best Buy no longer sells movies. But yeah, I see this and I'm like, damn, like those were the days, you know, Tuesdays, get to a Best Buy early in the morning, make sure you get your movies, or not, you know, it was usually a race to see who would get the exclusives first. But yeah, there you have it, guys. This is my Terminator 2 collection. I also have some NECA figures from Terminator 2. I have the Sideshow collectible. I have the soundtrack on vinyl. And yeah, the only thing that I am missing that I will eventually get is LaserDisc. I want to get the film on LaserDisc. And if I can find it for a good price, I will do so. But for right now, I'm just going to chill out on my Terminator 2s because it's a lot of copies of one movie. It's actually not the movie that I have the most copies of, even though it's my favorite. I think I either have more copies of, it's either Aladdin. There might be one of the Star Wars movies that I have more copies of, and that's because of like, you know, different packages that they would put out, and I got all of them because I really like them. So if there was a Target exclusive, a Walmart exclusive, and a Best Buy exclusive, I bought all three of them for one movie. Then of course I have, you know, the Skywalker saga, so there you have it again. And then I had the original releases, then Steelbooks and limited editions, that sort of thing. So I'm pretty sure it's a Star Wars one. I'm not sure which one of the Star Wars it is, but yeah, that's it. That's my collection for Terminator 2. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel if you're new here for all things physical media. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, happy hunting. I will see you on the next one.